Okay. So does everybody remember what they were doing last?
I was donating 2 plata orphanage.
Who
I
was doing
was
that?
I was standing in Casper's office and he projected the the magic bangle compass.
Okay. We'll refresh on that last. I think Veneer was with you too. So
That's correct.
He was, yes.
Gabe and
oh,
I were getting armor for pets.
And I dropped off my studded leather to get upgraded.
okay. And PRO, you were donating 2K plat to an orphanage?
Just 2 plat.
Oh, right.
Then I go back to farming.
As you get back to the farming fields, your boss stops you before you even get onto the field, and he goes, "Where have you been?"
Oh, I had some personal business to take care of, boss. Sorry, I should have given you a heads up. I was only gone for like a day though, right?
He goes, "Well, since you didn't give me a heads up, you're fired. So go find something."
No! Get on my knees and I start begging him out. No, I need this job.
Roller persuasion.
Just flat out lying. He does not need this job at all.
Just not-
What are you talking about?
You just gave
You
away all your
don't-
money.
You don't need money.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You have money. You have 1,000,000.
I
gave
gave
it
it
all
all
away.
away.
No. Veneer is holding it because you do shit like this.
That is
Oh.
actually correct. Veneer is
Like, we're not
holding
actually
big
going to
money.
give you this money if you're just going to throw it all away because, like, we're going to use
It's
that
his
instead.
money. He can do what he wants with it.
Yeah, you
That
already
is
gave it to
true.
Veneer.
That's
He
true.
did give it.
To
He
hold,
did
I
give
gave
it
it
to
to
Veneer.
hold.
You did not specify that at all.
You didn't specify that.
He
Okay.
says to you, "If you needed this job, you would have showed up for work. Now get going."
Start sobbing in front of him, and then
He calls a guard over to remove you from his fields.
Ooh.
I get dragged away, kicking and screaming. I failed as a farmer. I lie on my back, looking up at the sky now. My reason to live is gone.
He's just a bum now.
And how am I gonna afford my room and food?
I mean, you were just fired from that farm.
Oh, is there another farm?
I mean, it's not like it's on your permanent record. There are other farms.
I mean, is there? I don't know how many farms there are in the city.
Yeah, there are a couple farms. You might be able to, there's the Duchy of Jeff. There might be farms there.
I don't know.
Jeff.
I need to meet
Well-
Jeff. Jeff needs to be a person that I can meet.
I want to go work on a farm that's close to a road where people walk on, so I can pick a fight.
We will get to your job hunting sequence in a moment. So moving back to May and Veneer. So the beam shoots across the ocean, and as soon as it shoots across the ocean, it lasts for about 2 seconds, and then it stops. And he goes, "Oh dear. Oh, I didn't break it, I hope." And then he immediately runs over to his workbench and he like starts making like checks. And he's like, "Oh, I think the needle's loose. Oh, I think I also cracked the glass. I'm so sorry. I'll repair this." And he gets to work on it immediately.
I don't think it'll be an issue. I trust your skill. Veneer trusts your skill as well, so don't think much of it. If anything, I think the display was quite worth it.
Without looking up from his work, he says, "I have a bad habit of doing that, not knowing how much I'm putting into something. I don't know my own strength. And I always want to test the capacity of something, and I end up overloading the students' projects. So that's why they sent me up here."
Yes, but then how else would you have come across the vast knowledge you've accrued?
It's like, exactly. Simpletons, the lot of them. And then he like waves his tools around and gets back to
I'm sure any repairs you do will probably be better than anything I can do.
And he says, "Well, my boy, we can both agree on that." And then he hands it back to you. I've reinforced the dome with mithril glass instead of the standard glass that you used. I can see why you probably didn't have it on hand. And the needle has been reinforced with an adamantite screw, so that's not coming loose anytime soon.
Wow, thank you. I really appreciate it. I was worried that it might get damaged during uh,
He said,
adventuring.
he says, now that line of mana is going quite far ways. I'd say at least across all the way to the other continent. What are you looking for? Or do you know? Oh,
I
it's rude to ask. I'm sorry.
no, it's not an issue at all. I am looking for a lost friend. That connection leads to him. He was unfortunately kidnapped. I don't know where he is. I don't have any leads except this. This is the only thing that tells me where he might possibly be.
He
He's
goes, well, boy, if it's any constellation, he's alive.
You can tell that from here?
If that line of mana ever doesn't show up, stop searching.
I see. Alright, well, at least that's some hope for me. I don't understand what the Black Cauldron would be doing all the way across the ocean, though.
Says their roots may run deeper than you understand, young lady. But my next question is, how do you expect to get across the ocean? Do you know a crew?
Well, we do have a boat that would accommodate us. Unfortunately, we have no sailing experience. We do not have a crew. I was thinking of perhaps hiring one, but you know very well nobody would be willing to make that trek, even for a large amount of money. So I was trying to think of our alternatives.
He says, on the contrary, I know someone just foolish enough to do that. Says, if you go down to the Staghelm docks around just an hour before dusk, look for a Lizardfolk man. His speech isn't the best, but he'll take you where you want to go.
I think it'll be just fine. You know that friend I mentioned? He's not very good at talking, but you know, we came to understand each other, the group and our friend.
You're just gonna make every effort to not say it's a goblin at all, are you?
No, it just hasn't come up. It hasn't come up. I don't think somebody of like Casper's stature and knowledge would discriminate against something like that.
Well, after handing back the bangle, he kind of ushers you both to the door, and he says, "Well, you know where my office is if you need me. Although I can't guarantee I'll be here, but give a knock. If I answer, I answer. If I don't, I don't. Take care, young inventor. I look forward to seeing what you do in this world." And he pats you on the shoulder, Veneer, and he closes the door behind the both of you.
He and I addressed Veneer. He did say he was gonna reach out about the wand, didn't he?
He did. I
He
wouldn't
did.
worry
He'll
too much about
he
that.
he said he was going to send a bird when your wand was done.
All right.
So we head back down. Uh, I I go back to my workshop and continue to sketch up some ideas for the farmer's odd request.
What did I request again?
You asked for a gun blade.
Oh, I don't want a gun anymore. Can we make it an umbrella?
Oh my
Like
god.
something non-lethal. I don't want. I can't kill. Guns are weapons that kill.
I just spent like a couple good hours thinking out how to make it work.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're getting a
It just-
gunblade.
Gloria, you go back to the opera house,
I do.
and all of the shows are out for the evening. The only people left are the people cleaning the seats and a few stagehands that are doing some, last minute stage work. As you go to the back, the various, dressing rooms, you see that Hui's door is cracked and the light is on, and you can hear her tuning her pipa.
Well, yay. I'm gonna go and check on her and see what she's up to.
As soon as you open the door, she grabs a knife and prepares to throw it.
I'm gonna dodge and I'm going to yell at her.
She immediately puts the knife down and apologizes. She says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were that weird stalker."
I very quickly usher myself into the room and close the door behind me all the way and ask her, "What, stalker?"
She's like, "Oh, you just had to leave at the worst time. There's this guy that's been coming to my shows, and he comes to my dressing room after every show, and he brings me flowers, and they smell weird, and he keeps trying to recruit me to some organization, and I'm like, I'm a free spirit, you know what I mean? I don't want to join your stupid rusted cauldron or whatever."
Oh my god. So you're gonna have to tell me a whole lot more about this person and when exactly they come to see you.
It's I need more drink. And then she pours herself more sake and puts 2 cups in front, one for her and one for you.
And I take them both and slide them away, and I say, "No, you talk now and we drink after."
She takes a swig directly from the vase and then says, "He comes after my evening show every day. He's standing in the front row, and he always has a weird bouquet of flowers. No flowers that you can find around here. And they always smell weird, and they make me feel gross. And I always have to tell security, why do you let him back here? This little guy, he's like no taller than my chest. And I don't know how he gets back here, but he always comes back here. I was gonna kill him this time."
Do you have a show tomorrow?
Yes, it's my last one before I leave town.
Okay. We need to catch this person.
Yes, and severely hurt him.
is this Cogent organization hiring? I'm looking for a job.
I agree. We do need to hurt him. I have to tell my friends about this because they're looking for these people too. They can help us.
Oh yeah, new job, baby.
So she goes, "Hey, check this out." And then she pulls out a brand new peepo with an ivory phoenix neck. And she goes, "There's a salesman in the marketplace. They're doing a fair for spring, and he's selling various musical instruments from across the sea. You should really go check it out."
Ooh. Okay. All right. Do you want to come with me?
No, no, 'cause no, I'll stay here. You go. Okay, so in the meantime, Piaro, you've just been fired. Do you still want to donate 2 plat to the orphanage?
Um, can I get that 2 plat from Veneer, or am I gonna get murdered?
I mean, I guess you can go talk to him. You
Well, let me
you
find
just
a new job first
okay.
while I'm out here.
You go up to one of the quest boards, that are hiring various odds and ends jobs, and some guy just kind of slinks out from behind the board, and he's like, "Hey, looking to make some good quick cash?"
Sure. Well, it depends. What you want me to do?
It's like, "Oh, nothing much. We're a pretty low key organization, finding odd end jobs for various members to take care of, such as, you know, maybe repossession of certain items, disposal of certain unwanted peoples. The list goes on. But
I
you're
have to stop
interested.
you there, man. I don't kill people.
Oh, well then, my mistake. Good luck to you. And he just kind of goes, and he walks off.
I stop him like I'll do everything else besides killing somebody. You have anything else?
It is. But sorry, bud. You're not gonna cut it. It was worth a shot. I thought you had more grit to you because you got bulk on you. Figured a man like you've probably seen your fair share of battle, but I misjudged, and that's on me. You have yourself a great day, sir. And he continues walking.
Never gonna find another job. This farming is too hard.
About that time, you meet up with Veneer at his workbench, and he is drawing up blueprints at his easel.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Had
Welcome
to
back.
I
had
missed
to.
it. Some guy tried to recruit me to a dark organization.
And he said no.
I didn't say no. I said yes, but he didn't want me.
Yeah.
That's because you were like, I can't kill people.
That was so good. Oh
I
my
can
God.
do anything else. I'll hurt somebody. I just won't kill them. Gee.
I love how Shannara is like, here is this perfectly crafted NPC. You're like, no, thank you.
I wasn't even saying no thank you. I said give me something else that doesn't involve killing someone. It's fine. It's fine. I'll fix this.
That was great.
Flynn, it is nightfall. What are you doing at this point?
Dropped off my armor. Paid upfront for this. Right, armor, wagon, pet armor, and then after I've done all that, got all the stuff up, I go and meet up. I try to find my engineer and see what they're doing at this point. Get caught up on like what they've learned.
So
I also go to meet Mai because of the information that I got from Wei.
Um, so Gloria, you find Mai first, and she's sitting by the docks. And there's just a tiny arcane light floating next to her, and she is staring out across the sea. There's a very cold wind blowing from over the sea, and she's just sitting there watching the waves crash in.
I will approach her with a faster pace than usual, and I excitedly interrupt her without asking what she's doing. And I tell her that I have a lead on the Cracked Cauldron.
Don't you find it odd that a lot of things have been adding up or falling into place just conveniently lately?
Not
Isn't-
really. I mean, like, I had a lead that brought me here in the first place.
Mm.
And I've been looking
That's
for a
true.
really, really, really long time, so it wasn't exactly that convenient for me.
That's true. It
It's
must
just convenient
be.
timing for you.
So what did you learn?
Well, apparently, someone from the Cracked Cauldron has been trying to, I don't know if it's courting or planning abduction of my people player, Wei, if you remember her from the other night.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, he's been showing up to all of her shows and somehow gets past the security and brings her strange flowers. I forgot to ask about that. I wanted to take a look at them, but I was too excited. I had to come and tell you right away.
Yeah, that does seem rather odd. Um, it would make sense why they would want her, though, given their line of work. She is rather skilled at. I don't know.
Things.
I get the feeling,
Yeah,
Not that I know much.
she's a valuable personality. We'll put it that way. Oh,
Um,
So she's
we
like, she grew up learning how to entertain people.
yeah, she has one more show tomorrow night before she leaves to go see her family, and I think this is our best chance to make progress.
All right. Well, just tell me what you need, and I'll go along with you if you need me.
Well, I was hoping that like we could plan some sort of ambush or something
Zach.
to try and get this guy and trap him. I don't want to kill him. Like I want to try and get information.
Yeah.
So about
yeah,
this
that's fine.
time, Flynn, you see Gloria and May talking by the docks. And
Yeah.
Veneer and Piaro, um, do y'all have plans to meet up with the group at all, or are you just doing your thing and going to sleep for the night?
I'll go meet the group. I need to ask Paneer for some cash. Oh, and
I-
I gotta see the weapon that you up for me. This sexy, beautiful weapon,
It's
adamantite gunblade.
it's not made.
So, Flynn, you see them first, and then Veneer and Piaro, you notice Flynn. And then about that time, all five of you are standing on the dock.
I met one of Veneer's mentors, amazing person, by the way, full of knowledge. And they accidentally tinkered with the bangle when they were admiring Veneer's work. And then they kind of overloaded it with magic, but they reinforced it and put it back together better than before.
Oh, wow.
And then she shows her the bangle, hands it over to her to see.
I inspect it closely and I'm very impressed. Um, do you think that there's any way that you could introduce me to this person?
Well, I do have to see them again to pick up an item. They were going to reach out to me when it was ready, but if you can't wait too long, you should talk to Veneer.
Oh, I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
then
no,
what can we...
whenever you or Veneer go to see him next, I would really appreciate an introduction.
Yeah, I think we can make that work.
Thank you.
So the bangle's more accurate now.
The dome is reinforced mithril glass and mithril glass, and then the needle's been reinforced with a adamantite bolt. Was it?
True.
Yes.
Yes, and I think that if I channel more mana into it now, the projection can be a bit bigger. Right. So he told me that there. Well, I'm here following a lead. He told me that there might be somebody that could possibly get us across the sea. Somebody that could uh, we can hire to crew the boat.
That'd be useful because I don't know shit about how to work this thing.
All I was told was that it was a reptilian person, and I'm here waiting to see if I can spot them.
So about that time, Oz gets back to you. He says that he spies a Lizardfolk man unloading cargo crates at the eastern dock.